Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al, and welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends rewatch of the 1989 Weird Al Yankovic film UHF, the film that got lost in a slew of huge movies in 1989 and really kind of died at the box office, but found life again on DVD, thankfully. Just so you know, some of the film I got to read some of the films this thing was up against in the month prior. In the month before this film came out, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Ghostbusters 2, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Lethal Weapon 2, Batman, License to Kill, When Harry Met Sally, and Weekend at Bernie's all came out like a month before this film. This film had no chance, sadly. But anyway, I would like to welcome my friends, because I've already talked about the film. Now time to introduce the friends. As usual, we have the lovely Nanette from Netters Network. How are you doing, Nanette?
Oh, I'm doing great. Good night,
Good night, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Good
evening.
No,
Thank you for being here.
We have, of course, Netter's less attractive half.
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely less attractive.
I don't think anybody, even him, would fight me on that one.
No. Particularly today, I'm looking really crappy today.
Yeah, Mr. Troy Pacelli, Klingon, Cartan, the Klingon cleric.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was taking care of a few things a minute ago that I'll tell you guys about.
Came to the realization last night that Irish whiskey is illegal in the Klingon Empire.
Yeah,
so, yeah. But I'm here tonight. I am.
And if you heard that baritone laugh, joining us tonight, a special guest friend in quotation marks, because that's everybody who joins.
Because he's not really a friend.
No, he's really a friend, but I actually got into that with Daniel here in a little bit. Agent Boomer is joining us. How are you doing, Boomer?
Very good. I am sipping on a kiwi strawberry Snapple.
Ooh, I used to love those, man. That used to be my drink for a while.
You know, I gotta say, kiwi and strawberry go very well together. Considering they are such from different parts of the world,
I would stop by 7-Eleven, like either on my way to or from work, and grab one. Because it just, I don't know, it just put me in a good mood, either after a bad day or going into a day I knew was going to be bad. So it was like, that's nice. I myself have once again the Virgin Limoncello, the lemonade,
Virgin
as it
Limoncello.
were.
I like that. Actually, that is really, really an awesome way to put it, Al.
It gives it a little more flair. Before we go into what else,
Dietary Coke here, by the way.
Dietary Coke. What are you drinking, Annette?
Alternating between Diet Dr. Pepper and water. I'm trying to get rid of this headache.
She really does have a headache. I was joking earlier, but
sorry
really
about
does.
that. So yeah, I hope you get better. We were going to be joined by a fifth friend. Well, yeah, I'm a friend. I'm my own friend. Daniel Heron, the Birdman, was going to join us. He, unfortunately, his communication device has given up the ghost, it seems. He tried to get on, couldn't do it. It's telling him it has an internal error. And let me see. He says, "I am sorry, it's gone." That was his last thing. So
tonight's Films with Friends is lovingly dedicated to the memory of Birdman's phone.
Yeah, he told me. I don't want to say, but he told me how much that phone was worth. I would not pay that much for a phone. I wouldn't pay that much for a computer. And before I had a full-time job, I wouldn't pay that much for a car.
If the thing's a paperweight now, how much is it really worth? You know,
that's true.
Oh, is
But
that
I don't know what it is. I wouldn't be surprised. But
Yes,
I don't really know.
Right.
Planned
Those are way too
obsolescence.
expensive.
Yeah, I have a little Samsung Crown, whatever. I think it was like 100, whatever it was on sale from Straight Talk, and it does everything I need it to do. I don't need it to be a computer, so that's thankfully I was able to go a little cheaper on it. But let's see who has joined us. Daniel was first that I know of, anyway. Melissa Harris has joined us. Thank you for coming on in here. If she's back, she said she'd see us at 10. Hopefully she's back.
She is.
Looks like she is. Casey Scott, of course, Netter stopping by to say hello to everybody. The Zetopia, the man formerly or woman formerly known as Jedi Master Zetopia. I don't know what happened to get demasterized, but something happened. Evelyn Hampton, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, so glad
and it seems like that's who we've got with us so far. We got 10 eyeballs on us, it seems, which is really good. I hope everybody.
Can I ask Casey Scott, do you have a YouTube channel? And if you do, is it named some variation of the, Casey and the Sunshine Band? I just think that would be perfect. Anyway, just my silly thoughts.
Okay. But anyway, have you all seen this film before?
If I have, it's been
UHF?
a really long time.
I will say it's been a long time for me too. This was one of those films that I think when I first saw it, it was popping up on cable.
Same here. And
it was on a lot. I did not catch it at the theater because
honestly,
because of all those other films I named.
Well, exactly. And it went under the radar for me till I saw it on cable. And then when I did, it just caught me at all the wrong times because I would watch it and I'd be like, what am I watching?
Yeah, no, you gotta see it from the beginning. It reminds me there are several films that are kind of reminiscent of it. Things like Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah.
The Amazon Women on the Moon. Was that another one? Or am I thinking of something?
I don't know.
Amazon Women on the Moon. Sure, that was
the Invisible Man skit. Yeah.
Yeah. So there were a lot of films that would show parodies and tons of little comedy skits and little gags all throughout, all surrounded by a primary story. And I mean, it was I remember when I first saw it, I was like, because I was a big Weird Al fan. Still am, not as, I'm not as active a fan as I used to be. I don't seek out every album that he puts out anymore. But I just loved his stuff. He's actually the first celebrity autograph I ever got, thanks to a friend of mine who met him. It's when his album Fat was out. The bad, well, no, even worse. The parody of Bad, and a friend of mine went to an event and he took his LP. And he got the LP signed to him, and he got the inner part signed to me. And he was jealous because on mine, because I am also an Al. Weird Al says to my very special friend, and he did big block letters, big.
Oh.
And on my friends, he's like, to my special friend John.
Yeah.
It's just John. And I was like, awesome, because he did the whole big block letter thing.
Oh, that's neat.
And so my friend was very jealous and he gave mine a little extra attention. And I was like, well, if your name was Al, you'd be in a lot better shape.
So does that make Weird Al an Al pal?
You know what? I'm declaring him an Al pal. He is an unofficial, doesn't know he is one Al pal.
There you go. I dig that. Yeah, because he did say you're his very special pal, right, or very special friend.
Yeah, to my very special. I think it was to my very special friend. I don't know, pal. Well, he's an Al pal. I'm considering.
There you
go.
Pal. I dig it.
I know. I've already got one official one. We all know that Miss Alicia Witt, the beautiful Hallmark actress, is an official Al pal. Declared, got her on tape saying it. Yeah. So that's it. But yeah, this is one of those films that was always on cable, and it just was my kind of humor. That weird, out there kind of almost a little Mel Brooksian kind of thing, just the odd slapstick.
The only thing I really remember was the Wheel of Fish.
Wheel of Fish.
See,
who wants to drink from the fire hose? I always remember that one too.
I was way different because when was this? 89. I think I was like I
89.
like at that preteen age when this was out on cable.
Sure.
And we had Showtime, and of course there would always be the Showtime movie I'd watch over and over again. And this was one of them because I was a big Al fan because Showtime had done a special. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They had done like a Big Al special where he was showing how he got into music, and they showed his music videos while he was telling his life story. Like he goes to visit Michael Jackson, and while he's trying to say, "Hey, can I do a parody of Thriller?" and then like he basically Michael Jackson starts turning into the werewolf in front of him, but it's not really Michael Jackson, but it looks like Michael Jackson. You understand? It was a neat little it was a neat little move. It was a neat little special. And then this came out, and I have no idea why I didn't see this in the theater. Maybe I couldn't get anyone to take me, but I watched this all the time on Showtime, and And when it came out on DVD, I snatched it up right away. Yeah,
and from what I understand, I was reading some of the things behind it. This is one of those films where it's going to be more of just the visceral feeling of watching it as opposed to giving weird little notes about it. But it took a while because it seems like a lot of Orion films were in limbo legally after Orion went out of business. And UHF was one of those films that, I mean, it took a while for it to finally come to tape and DVD, and when it did, it was a big hit. It's considered a cult classic because it was released and it just died. It had a lot of great screeners, like people that were watching it loved it, but you get that point like when you come out later in the summer and you've been inundated with blockbusters, you kind of get a little worn out. It's like being at a barbecue and you're stuffed, and then someone brings out a cupcake, and you're like, no, I just can't. I can't eat the cupcake.
But it's the best cupcake ever.
But it's a great cupcake, and you're missing out on the cupcake because you're filled with brisket. And so it was that kind of a thing. But it eventually, like I said, found its life on cable and then in everyone's collections. I do want to say, anyone who is listening who has never listened before, no, we don't play the movies on these rewatches because of YouTube rules. I'm going to start putting commentary only, I think, because somebody gave me a nasty little note on my Forbidden Planet rewatch. I turned this on and I thought I was going to watch the movie, and it was just these stupid arseholes talking. And I'm like, whatever.
Well, what kind of a moron actually doesn't understand?
Yeah, there are rules. I could sit and do one of these rewatches and post the film over it and then like spend hours and hours creating something like when the people watch a show and they have the reactions and they have to cut stuff. Yeah. I could do that, but I don't want to do that. I just want to sit and enjoy a film with people and just let it go up and it just be in the ether. And so that's what we do. No, if you're tuning here to see the film, UHF, you had trouble. That's why I always put in the description, grab your copy or find it streaming. And if you're wondering where it is, you pretty much got to pay for it wherever you go. But it is free on Tubi. With I think ads.
With ads, yeah.
So one of the tricks I heard, and it's from you, if I remember you correctly. If you're watching on Tubi, when you get to a commercial, freeze our playback and then start it when the movie starts again. And you might not be 100% live, but you'll with everything, but you'll still kind of be on track with what we're seeing.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's what you were talking, and that's a kind of a good thing.
Yeah, no, I got it from the guys over at Midnight's Edge. And by the way, that's a great segue. I did want to mention, and I know I've mentioned this before, I am so excited that Tom Conkle, real world Hollywood personality, is following me and actually commented on one of my rewatch videos. It was the It's a Wonderful Life one.
Cool.
So these people get it. Okay.
Yeah.
And they appreciate what we do in doing commentaries and rewatches of films that we love, because it does cause people to then go and watch those movies from the services. And what do I always say? And if you really love it, own physical media.
All right.
We do of Tom Conkle's movie.
Yes, we do. I could get an autograph if I wanted to.
So like I said, you know, if you got it, watch along. If you don't, watch it later. Just listen to us ramble on about the funny crap that's going on in the film. It is just one of the. I was tempted to watch it this week to prepare, but like always, I didn't want to prepare. I just want to experience it again for the first time.
Okay, I know this movie.
So I watched the movie Dawn of the Beast instead, and that's a whole other kettle of fish. But it was a killer big. It was actually Bigfoot meets Wendigo meets meets the rakes. You know what rakes are? Those creatures.
No. I'm assuming there's some sort of crypto.
Well, they're like they. Have you ever seen what the Skinwalker is supposed to look like? The weird, like white with the backward legs. They're like that. So it was kind of like that, and a Skinwalker and a Wendigo, which was this weird thing with a antlers and a skull with glowing eyes, and then Bigfoot, all in one movie. And
so I didn't know these cryptids all had a shared universe. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this one. Well, I don't think this one's going to have any more films.
Yeah.
But I actually investigating it, heard that this was the third film. That there are two other films with like the other ones. This is the first one. Another one. I got to go and figure out these other two films, because now it's like there is kind of like a little trilogy here. But I may still do a video on it in the next day or so. I'm going to try to keep doing more. I've actually redone my intro for Big Al Presents.
Cool.
My videos. I actually got an animated GIF of little lights sparkling around the edge. It's really cool.
I've seen some of the comments in not just here, but like other videos that you've done where people have said, I'm not watching the movie right now, but I'm listening along to you guys because I just enjoy hanging out. I have seen other people come in and say, I watched this movie later, but I used your commentary with it. So I do think there's absolutely value to rewatches like this.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, in this day and age when you have friends all over the country, it's a great way. Like I said, it's films with friends. You're not able to sit on the same couch in the same living room and share pizza, popcorn, and beer, but you can, get on here and just kind of.
And I feel like, especially now with all the stuff that's been happening the past year, I feel like we were a little bit ahead of our time, and we've really hit our own now because of exactly that what you said.
Yep. So let's not dawdle anymore. Any longer. Let's get to the film. I am starting at all zeros right before the MGM logo starts. There's the MGM logo and then Orion, and then the film starts. I'm hoping that's what everybody has. I know that's what's on Tubi because I checked the Tubi link. So just
I'm at the point 1 second mark. It's the best I can do.
Which is fine. I can. Like just before the MGM logo.
I got the DVD, so all right.
Are we ready are we all ready to go?
Yeah.
We are.
Are you ready, Troy?
I am ready.
Okay. After last night, I had to be sure.
Wait a minute, I have a question before we start. Are we all doing it on Tubi?
No.
I have an I have a MP4.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
Ned
okay,
and I too. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And I have the DVD. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Does the DVD have like some kind of commentary from from Weird Al or something like that?
That's a good question. It's funny.
It does. There are some weird little features to the Blu-ray. I heard
Audio commentary, yeah. I wish I bought this twice because my original DVD kind of went to pot on me, and Shout Factory had re-released this on DVD and Blu-ray, and I just bought their DVD re-release.
Yeah.
But I should have gone for the Blu-ray though. I think, but
always love the Orion logo. Always love their intros.
I know, right?
Them, TriStar, all the good ones that nobody uses anymore.
Is this the only film that Weird Al has, feature film that Weird Al's done?
I think so. I think feature film. I believe so. Yeah.
I
mean, he's been in other things, but I think as far as feature film, it's kind of like the only one he's really done.
Indiana Jones.
This start of this film, they actually during I think Last Crusade showed this scene as a teaser.
Huh.
Like before
yeah, because I think Jones came out like in May, and this film came out a little bit later. So it was like they showed it during the teaser to make it to kind of confuse everybody. Because this film came out July 21st, and that's kind of late, in a summer blockbusters season.
Oh, of course, and of course, I knew Raiders of the Lost Ark by heart by the time I seen this movie. So this is
his arm.
Takes off his arm, but the arm that fell was a right arm.
Yep. Because it's meant to be hokey. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Trinidad Silva, who sadly passed away during the filming.
Oh.
The one who throws the dogs out the window.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
bro.
Billy Barty.
Yeah, Billy Barty. There's a lot of people. This Fran Drescher.
Raoul's Wild Kingdom. That's the segment he does. That's my favorite UHF show in this movie. Is Raoul's Wild Kingdom. You'll see when they do it.
Yeah, he was supposed to have more. There was supposed to be more to his role, but he was, like I said, he was killed by a drunk driver during the filming. And the film is dedicated to him. Like the little pulling the fingers of the mouth. It's because he kind of looks tough, but it's Weird Al.
I'm watching this and I'm like, well, is it convincing me? And I love the stupid humor, and it's just the train runs him over. It makes no sense. I don't care.
I love it. It's funny.
When I was a kid, I used to daydream a lot in class, and I think that this character in this movie is a bit of a daydreamer. Okay, so I kind of got a kick out of that, and you're not thinking about whatever stupid math lesson. You're thinking about Indiana Jones. It's
kind of a Walter Mitty kind of character.
Yeah,
exactly. That's a good comparison. He's Walter Mitty, because in a few minutes you find out what he is doing.
Yeah.
While he is dreaming this. Wrong way. Stop. Severe tire damage.
And I swear that's Mel Brooks's face in the middle.
It's
probably not intentional.
Surprised.
In my mind, that's what it is.
It'd be a great homage,
right?
The Schwartz be with you.
Yes. Oh, of course, it's an Oscar instead of a.
Of course. Of course.
Back when the Oscars were a bigger deal. Okay.
And not a real Oscar. They didn't get the rights to use the real Oscar. If you notice, it's not holding a sword. It's just got its hands in front of its crotch.
That's funny, though.
Yeah, that's even better, actually.
Yeah, it does. It makes it that much better.
And he does rubs his face thing. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, this is all like a recreation. I wonder if he got the mannerisms with the hand weighing down from he probably watched that scene from Raiders a lot.
You bet he did. Yes. You bet he did.
Yeah.
To the point where if there's anything different, that's intentional too.
Directed by Jay Levy, the guy who directed most of his videos. See how he's got his hands kind of covered himself?
Well, his videos were pretty cool to watch too, though. So that makes sense. They'd get him
Very
the movie.
cinematic. Very cinematic.
He just throws it. I love it.
Yeah.
Grabs it.
Watch out for falling rocks. I love that scene.
Yeah.
Oh, it hits him. Of course it hits him, because in these things, rocks never hit the guy. And of course, yeah, it hits him right there.
Yep.
Ah!
That's actually quite clever.
I like how you see the floor kind of move like the carpet.
Yeah. Ah, he looks right into the camera. Oh,
Like
turns
a
his head around
swivel.
like that.
There's the boulder. It's funny. I remember when I saw this, and like, why didn't the boulder smash through and raid his Lost
Exactly.
Ark? It's like,
Exactly.
You like the Sphinx, and then wherever that is.
Oh, it's a switch
I always wondered why, when like something like this, when you're being chased by a giant
Why
boulder,
don't you just turn? Yeah, because it turns right after you.
No,
Yeah.
why don't you go to the left or the right so it goes past you?
Well, he tried, but of course it followed him
Right.
because it's the film.
Oh, ew.
He's frying a burger.
And I
Yep.
love the look on his face, just
Yep.
total out of it.
Well, that's true, especially these days, right?
Bow ties are cool.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The mustard
Oh.
eyes are about done. Yeah. Big Edna.
Oh, God.
Oh gosh. Hi, I'm gonna die now, aren't I?
Well, he was dreaming about a big boulder kind of doing him
Well,
in.
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, but why did the other guy get fired? He didn't do anything wrong.
Hang time. That's hang time.
I get the feeling that whenever Al screws up, he gets fired along with him. That's
Probably.
the impression I got. It's
And now Big Edna's there alone, managing the lunch rush. So good luck to her.
she might be doing a better job by herself than
Possibly. You might possibly be right. Yes.
I love that car he's got.
Oh, I
I
love this.
kind of want a cheeseburger now.
Me too. I was thinking that earlier too.
Just bash me right in the skull. Now this actor, he's the guy that played a Long
Yep.
Duck Dong from
Yep.
16 Candles. Yeah.
Getty Watanabe.
Yes.
He was also in one of the Nerds movies, wasn't he?
I think so.
That was Brian Toshi. Well, he might have been in one of them. But I know Brian Toshi was like the
Damn it! Now I want a Twinkie.
No, I have a
Yeah.
question.
Ooh, Twinkie with a hot dog.
No.
It's a
Brilliant.
Twinkie Wiener are Twinkie Wiener sandwiches banned in the Klingon Empire?
Sure, no,
I don't know. I will try one and we will see.
It has cheese whiz on it.
Right?
he actually ate several of these and he became a vegetarian after the film.
Because of this?
Because of this.
I would imagine.
I think he said he had to eat a bunch of them. I forget exactly how many, but
Oh, that's horrible.
I know.
Oh.
By the way, I do have to say that there is talk about banning sliders in the Klingon Empire after a recent trip Netter and I made to White Castle. Just saying.
What? I
Oh
haven't
yeah.
had White Castle in a
There
dog's
is a
age.
reason. There is a reason people call them sliders, and we rediscovered. the reason.
Oh, that was a staple when I was growing up in New Jersey. Was White Castle? That was the big thing.
7:30.
Is that okay? He had to eat 7 of them to complete the scene. Later became a vegetarian.
Yeah, well, those look awful. Okay.
Netter, tell me, is that a wig?
I always loved Victoria Jackson. She was so cute with that little voice.
I have to see more from the front.
Yeah, but I prefer Kenny Roberts myself.
Well, you know.
I remember being a kid. I was loving all of the little movie references in here because, of course, now we're getting the mashed potatoes, right?
Right.
I was a huge Close Encounters
And Netter,
fan.
if you decide you want some mashed potatoes, I can make you some.
This means something.
Yes. Oh, I love Close
I
Encounters.
used to do that every now and then when I got started. I was like, I just had to, you know. I'm gonna have to do Close Encounters soon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. When I do, you're welcome. Of course, welcome to join us, Boomer.
Oh, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. That's one of my favorite Spielberg movies, actually. It's Close Encounters. Oh, look at that. Oh,
that's what it feels like, though.
yeah. That's the thing. When you're a kid, you're like, "Don't pinch my cheek, please." It's like, no.
That hair and those sleeves, that is so 80s.
Yep.
Speaking of cigars, because I got so wrecked yesterday, I never got the opportunity to point out cigars are not very Victorian, so I don't really understand, Mr. Hyde with the cigar.
I made the argument during the stream. My argument is that he's ungentlemanly when he's Mr. Hyde. That's why he's smoking the cigar. It's like going against the Victorian. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, though.
You know what? That whole Hyde scene was dumb. Okay, that's all you can take from it. Let's not talk about Van Helsing. We got a good movie here. Okay. You know what makes me depressed? I saw Weekend at Bernie's in the theater this summer, and I didn't see UHF in the theater, and that's wrong.
Yeah,
that's not that I hate Weekend.
You should go the other way, right?
I don't think I had a choice what movies I got to see, though.
Probably.
So whoever was going to take me at 11 or 12 years old, it's like, come on.
I was a little bit old, but I was still limited by my budget, how many films I could actually go see.
Oh, right.
See, I choose the easy way. I'd go down to the multiplex,
pay for a movie, and then just see them all, right?
I would map out which ones I want to see and what times they were.
Just throw the dog and the punch.
Yeah. And then I'd go and see 3 or 4 movies.
Mm-hmm. That's a whole day, basically.
Yeah. And I would bring my own snacks.
Oh, my goodness. I used to do back in the old days, though, matinees were cheap. I used to do double features sometimes on like a day off, but the movies got horribly expensive.
What kind of car is that?
I read somewhere it was like a Nash, like some version of a Nash.
It's kind of cool.
And it actually shows up in one of his one of his music videos.
Doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
let me look for it.
Is the scene with the homeless guy coming up soon? Yes. Okay. I love this scene. Check this out.
He literally wanted to make change.
Yes, and he gives him $1 for the change. It's like, hello, I'm Mr. Ed. See, this is cool. Yeah. Like when you're a kid, you're like, I get to run a TV station and get to put on whatever I want. What? Right. You're like, it's like.
Of course, they don't, the term UHF, not really a thing anymore.
I knew what it was at the time, though, because I of course, in my own bedroom, I didn't have cable TV. So you go to UHF and tweak it right, and that's how you'd find PBS sometimes, right?
Yeah, or anything like,
or weird channels.
But they wanted to. They were. I was reading about some of the things they wanted to call it, like the Vidiot was one title. It's actually used in some places that don't know what UHF is, and he hated some of the titles.
I think UHF works. That drew my attention
works.
to it. UHF, because I knew what that was on the dial. Okay, on the old TVs.
I don't think he can make his hair any curlier.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's not that big a change for him.
I have to pull Professor Geek. I'll be right back.
Okay, go for it.
Oh man,
pull a Professor Geek.
Yeah, I love this
Which
movie.
Which is kind of unfair considering how many times we do it. It's, kind of unfair to put it all on Professor Geek.
That's true. So,
but he kind of made it famous, though.
I guess, yeah.
Oh man, the door is coming off the handle.
Yep.
I love the way his eyes go. Like she starts explaining, like Fran Drescher's funny.
She is.
I love her in Spinal Tap.
Attractive.
Oh definitely.
I still love watching The Nanny.
Oh yeah. I watched this a clip from The Nanny the other month where she tries wasabi for the first time and she keeps piling it on, and then like she falls over, and then suddenly like the whole nasally sound of her voice, it's all gone. Like she's like, "Wow, this really clears up the sinuses," and then of course her voice comes back like a few seconds later. But it's like
she's like, "I wonder how long it'll last."
Yeah, I wonder how long it'll. Yeah, exactly.
This is like Crazy Eddie.
Yep.
I remember Crazy Eddie. We had those commercials when I was growing up, and oh man, and that turned out Crazy Eddie's prices really were insane. But anyway, that was the. I'm a kid. I'm thinking the coolest thing ever be owning your own TV station, put on whatever you want. Come on, it's like.
Well, see,
especially developing some of the things he does.
Oh yeah.
But the reality is you're limited still by licensing. So if you're doing reruns, you're doing it because you're easily able to get a hold of the licenses. The way you get around that is if you could put on some local crap that doesn't have to deal with licensing, which I think is a big part of what this show's about.
This was before the day. I guess in some ways I'm living the dream now. I have my own channel on YouTube, right? But
exactly.
Like when you were a kid, like you're like, oh, if I could only get my own little TV show on one of these stations and do whatever I want. And then
in the early days, I think Al and I had a conversation. We talked about how this is kind of like cable access or, that kind of a thing for us.
Oh, I love it. Does this look like a number 2 pencil to you?
Yeah.
It's like, but Dad, shut up. And I'm like, oh, if he's yelling at his son like this, how is he with other people? It's
right.
Yeah. Of course, Kevin McCarthy, a sci-fi icon, one of the great scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're already here.
Take it anymore.
Okay, we'll get to the bottom of this. He's so nasty in this movie. You hate him.
Yep.
Okay.
And he loved doing it. Every time he's especially nasty, when they yelled cut, he broke up and laughing. He loved playing it.
Here we got Kramer. What was the actor's name?
Gosh, that is
Michael Richards.
Richards. This is what he did before he was on Seinfeld. Yeah.
I totally didn't recognize him.
This was written with him in mind. They wrote the part with him in mind for it, but they also considered Christopher Lloyd.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see Christopher Lloyd also.
Yep.
Were you cleaning up last night? Yes, I was. See that file on my desk now? Oh man, you and I were talking about the whole "you're fired" thing last night, right?
Yeah.
Right, Troy. You get to see a nice "you're fired" scene right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, this guy don't deserve it, but may I call you Stanley? Oh!
Door closes.
All his mannerisms in this, I'm sorry, they're just
Very Jerry Lewis-esque, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this on the seat?
The file.
And then they have a good laugh.
But
he's still fired.
Yeah, but he's still fired.
Still
they
fired.
don't care.
They're fired. Are you gonna not fire that Stanley? Who?
Yeah, exactly.
So what is this like? It's supposed to be like an NBC or ABC or something like that. This is.
Yeah, it's a big time channel.
Oh, I love this.
Channel 8.
Look, he's coming to say hi because he's the competition. Okay. You better clear out your desk and get out. You're through, mister. But I don't work here. Trespassing. You've got 10 seconds before I call the police. Look at the time. Gotta go. Oh. And all the guys he has working for him, they almost remind me of like mobster types. Like they're all these crooked guys. Look, they took his jacket. Look at this. They're taking his
broom. Don't take the broom.
They're taking his mop.
He could have played Freddie Mercury.
Whoa, Yankovic?
No, Kramer there.
Okay.
Look at him.
Because of the teeth.
Yeah.
Well, no, the face and the tall, thin, lanky.
Oh, I remember being a kid. That mop was given to me on my birthday when I was 8. We've never been apart. I'm sorry. He's telling his life story about how he got the mop and it was his only friend. I don't know. It's just. I love this line. After 50 years, they tossed me out like a bag of moldy tangerines.
Which is a pretty specific thing, right?
I know. Okay,
Ted
so
Media popped in. Hey, Wolfie.
Hey there, Wolfie.
Wolfie.
I want to apologize again for bailing on you last night. I go back to the beginning of the stream. I tell the explanation of why I got so ripped.
all right.
Oh, and there's the change guy again.
Oh, that's so disturbing. A blind guy with a Rubik's Cube and he keeps
Nope.
showing it.
Nope. Nope, you still don't got it. You know that if he solves it, he's still going to go, nope.
Probably. So we have Fran Drescher, and she's... there's the cameraman.
He's going to get great angles on her.
Oh, yeah. She's got a killer body.
That guy,
Yeah.
it's no longer on screen. Never mind.
She was in Dr. Detroit, right?
Whoops.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Yes.
she was.
That's a rewatch that needs to happen.
Yeah. So she's actually getting a bit of upgrade. She's getting to be a reporter now, where she was just the secretary, so she's happy about that. Oh,
jeez. Him from 4 Rooms. That's what's his name?
Oh, maybe. I think that actor was on The Sopranos. That's why I keep thinking I think he was Richie Aprile in season 2. I could be
Oh
wrong.
yeah, probably.
Okay, that's why I kept thinking these guys are like mobsters. He played a mobster. Yeah, they knocked him over because they're a bunch of.
Damn.
I like how they just got alcohol written on the bottle.
Well,
it's because they went to the dollar store.
That's a hydrogen peroxide bottle.
Oh, never call chicks broads. Oh no. I hate him. I really do.
Never call chicks broads.
Yes.
Never call chicks either.
Sorry.
Oh, it's Emo. What's his name?
Emo Phillips.
Emo Phillips.
Yep. Emo Phillips.
Like the cameraman, he's munching on a sandwich.
Emo Phillips famously shared one of his residual checks with the during an interview for 30 cents from this film.
Wow.
Yeah, that can add up to a lot over time, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong, Troy?
It's just there's a couple safety features missing.
I love the cameraman.
The funny thing is, it started squirting blood before his hand got anywhere near the blade.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm a kid and I'm watching this. I'm laughing because it's like I can't believe they went there. Okay.
Oh.
My face red.
Spatula City. I'm spoiling it. Sorry. You hear this on radio sometimes.
Spatula City.
Yes. Bar mitzvah. Oh, that's funny. It's like you have to buy the right.
Don't laugh at how important a spatula could be.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I had a friend of mine was searching for that particular spatula.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that billboard. They really had put that billboard up and they had left it there. And people kept asking about where Spatula City was. And it started irritating the people. They eventually ended up taking down.
I mean, I am not even joking when I say we have a ton of different spatulas. Some we have like multiples of the same style, just because.
They come in handy. They come in handy when you're trying to bake something in the oven. It's stuck to the pan.
Yep. And I'll say, Nanette, I need the purple rounded one. I need the, squared off blue one. I need the whatever.
Oh no. Are you at the yellow house yet?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Oh man. This is my favorite part.
Oh gosh.
He's not. This is not his. This is one of his strengths is being a host of this kind of show.
Right.
Oh. Did you see him laughing after he spit at him?
Yeah. I imagine it's hard to keep.
Yeah.
They would have to do 100 takes on these things, probably. Okay. Oh boy, you want to play a game? I love this part. I'm sorry.
The cameraman's like, what the?
Yeah, in case you guys are listening, he smacked him in the face with a frying pan and says, "Oh, Bobo, go down," or "Go." It's just, oh no.
You know what's really funny about it though? He really actually hit him with the frying pan. He was supposed to stop short and busted his lip.
Oh no.
You could kind of tell.
Oh.
City. He thinks he's giving him cookies, right, Mrs. Hockenberger's
dog treats.
Those must be Yappy stock treats. Real liver and tuna taste. This is so bad. Oh.
Ow.
I don't like the dentist.
Nobody does.
Yeah, unless you're Bill Murray and
Oh yeah,
Little Shop of Horrors.
All right, here we go. Gun controls for wimps and commies. I love it. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's the guy from the Ernest movies. Guns don't kill people. I do. Yes.
Yeah.
And she's like,
And yes, that's her real hair.
Oh no.
oh my gosh.
I love plots are us.
Oh my god. Man, look at that car.
Yeah.
With a salad bar at the wake, okay? It's like now, I take it that shows like Mr. Red, Beverly Hillbillies, these were cheap to license and just throw on your UHF station. That's why
back then, yeah, the syndication rights on films or on TV shows like that you could pick up for pennies on the dollar.
Okay,
that's why you saw them so much. That kind of changed when the actors started getting their residual checks.
Oh,
right.
They had to fight for the.
Yep. It was the Gilligan and the Brady's that were the big ones that made that push.
Uh-huh.
They made a point that Bob Crane hadn't been getting his residuals for Hogan's Heroes. That was part of his problem when he was struggling. And they, in that movie Autofocus, and they said, like, if he had just waited like a few months after he died, he would have gotten those residual checks, and it would have been worth a lot of money. But
yeah.
And he died under mysterious circumstances in Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah. That's an interesting movie if you ever want to watch Autofocus. It's
About a man named Jed.
I'm trying to wonder. I had certain Weird Al albums. I had Dare to Be Stupid on vinyl. Yeah. I remember that. I think I had that had the Yoda song on it. I remember that Yo Yoda.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that. I heard that even before I heard Lola by the Kinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too. I'd never heard Lola, and I was wondering like.
Go Texas Tea. What video is this?
Dire Straits, Money for Nothing.
Yeah,
that's right, Money for Nothing. I remember this video.
I love when Mark Knopfler looks into the camera and he's got that googly eye thing going on. That was and he said that was intentional. He meant to be funny.
Yeah, and Mark Knopfler actually did the riff on this. Doesn't
surprise me.
Yeah, that was one of the conditions for doing the parody.
He wanted to be a part of it. I love that.
He wanted to play on it.
Cool.
Hills, that is.
You have to keep anyone watching this. You have to keep in mind too that back then CG, just seeing any kind of computer graphics was a big deal.
Yep.
Like this was like state of the art. I've never seen anything like this. Now of course you look at it, you're like, okay, but like back then, this was I kind of like a lot of the earlier computer animated shorts. They had a unique look to them. They had to work within limitations, so I think they did more interesting things sometimes.
Max Headroom came from this period too.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Well, Timmy is asking, do I mean John Candy, Steve Martin? don't know.
Out of context, I'm not following.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that was towards.
Was that toward the that was a Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh. Actually,
yeah.
I was thinking Jack Nicholson from the original.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen the original.
He plays the Bill Murray role.
Yeah.
Sure, it was Bill Murray, not Steve Martin. I think that's what he was asking.
Steve Martin. That was a dentist.
Steve
Martin,
Martin's the
that's
dentist.
right.
Bill Murray is
Bill
the
Murray ever
patient.
been.
Bill
Right.
Murray was the patient. Right. Okay. Yes. Okay.
And
Now I get it.
John Candy was the DJ. I think he was a DJ or something.
Okay.
That's what we'll have to do. Little
Yeah.
Shop of Horrors.
I haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors in ages. I need to rewatch that.
Yeah.
But
Man, look at those sleeves.
I told you, the 80s were a horrible time for sleeves.
they were. Let's be blunt. They were not a great time for fashion, and I hate to say it. A lot of women's fashion in the 80s.
I gotta say, those sleeves. I hate sewing sleeves to begin with, but when you do Victorian, you got to do those kinds of sleeves too, and they suck. They suck. There's no way to do them except by hand, and it is a pain.
I like he's crestfallen. The station will be flat broke by the end of the week. What's the good news? There is. I lied. There is no good news.
Well, the good news is my hairline will last longer than this station.
Well, to me, yeah, Rick Moranis was great at Little Shop.
Rick Moranis was good in everything he did.
Yeah,
true.
Man's a national treasure.
And he was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That also came out this summer.
Yup.
This came out.
Pardon me, I'm cooking on water.
It's all right. Oh, the wrong pipe.
Yep.
Now he's just realizing.
Well, oh,
and being told that in that squeaky little voice.
Yeah. And what really hurts is she doesn't even really understand what he's going through right now. So she's kind of being selfish and insensitive, you know?
I mean, he's not a mean guy. He hired the janitor guy when he got fired. I mean,
he's just, his brain just goes everywhere.
Boy, are we gonna have big fun today?
This kind of reminds me of the Wedding Singer. When he's singing, what do you call it?
You're gonna listen to every damn word I have to say.
About a pathetic coyote. I love the Roadrunner cartoons.
Right?
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it. I think it would have been better if some of the kids had started crying.
Okay. Yeah, would you like your own TV show?
Okay.
He's so sorry. It's just... What do you do when you're feeling low? You got to get yourself some bourbon, right?
Yep.
So whatever he says,
Liquid happiness.
Just drink it slowly and not on an empty stomach. See, they got sandwiches. Get a sandwich.
Blueberry daiquiri.
That sounds good.
He knows what to say. He knows just the right things to say. I guess your girlfriend's never going to talk to you again.
Can I get an umbrella?
Now this is awfully fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, it's coming back. Are there more kids in the audience now too than there were when he left?
Yeah. Well, or they all just moved down to
they
the
move
edge
closer.
there,
Okay.
yeah.
That's kind of messed up. You have a candy bar head and like this weird lizard. Wait, what's going on? Huh? He's a great physical comedian. I'm sorry, he is.
Yeah.
Like some actors are great comedians, and you have the physical comedians, and it's I like this. George, my friend, gave me this mop. See? I missed my first mop. This is still a good mop. Life is like this is before Forrest Gump.
Yeah, before Forrest Gump.
It gets all bugs and hairballs in it. You got to clean it out. You got to clean up your life. You know, it's like all the tough biker guys are watching this,
and they're all like, "Yeah, he's right."
They're transfixed.
So this is their first hit show.
They're all nodding like, "Yeah."
He's like, "Yeah." Well, actually, it is pretty good advice if you pay attention to it.
Yes. These fours.
Which is funny because what's his name is in this movie who originally did that line.
Oh, Network, yeah. Okay.
I don't think he's married. No,
I think he went to Harvard. Okay, yes.
What do you want me to do now?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
I still get to be the janitor.
Okay. It's
you gotta. Funny as it is, you gotta love that spirit, right? I don't want to give up being janitor, though.
Yeah, because this is what he's doing this for fun. Look at that.
Yeah.
Stanley Spadowski's clubhouse.
Look, it's a whole family. The whole families are there now.
That's a great little setup of
Is that
trains.
Is that like Howdy Doody?
Chicago Cubs.
Oh.
I wonder how many times they had to do that.
I wonder.
You know, it's not even catching the grapes that's difficult. It's getting the lines out.
The lines out there, yeah.
Okay, now we're getting to see all the other shows.
Yeah. Fish.
Okay, this is the one I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Fish?
I yes, I would.
Oh,
watch
it's him, right, from earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
He was also in a movie with Michael Keaton building cars.
Right, Gung Ho.
Gung Ho, yeah.
I love that movie. Can you find that movie?
Spin the wheel of fish.
Piece of trivia I read about this when they were filming this, they had set those are real fish.
Oh no!
Bought at a market, and they'd set it up at like 6 a.m, and when they filmed it, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a hot summer day with no AC.
Oh no!
They said it was ripe in there.
I would imagine. Oh, do you want what's in the box, or do you want the red snapper?
Does she get to smell it first?
You took the box. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
You're so stupid.
Stupid.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's a horrible game show where you don't even get a consolation prize.
No, that's because
That's the point. It's the point of making it funny like that. There is nothing.
Who is that? Is that David Bowie?
No,
that's Anthony Geary.
Yeah.
Who is David Bowie in this? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, because I saw his name.
No,
it didn't say Bowie. It said Bowe. Bowie.
Yeah, it's David.
Oh, okay.
I know. I saw that. It was like David Bowie. Oh, there's no I.
Yeah, you know Anthony Geary. That was Luke and Laura, right, from General Hospital, right?
Yep.
Oh, my favorite. Raoul's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah. He's this is the one the film is dedicated to.
I'm sad he passed on before the film was done. It's it's just his bit here is my favorite part one of my favorite parts in the movie. This is
it's like he's waving.
What did he die of?
Car accident.
He got hit by a drunk driver.
Man.
Little tiny legs which move real slow. The turtle is also nature's suction cup. He licks it, throws it up.
I wonder how many people have tried that now.
Oh, those poor animals.
Oh, I love the ant farm. Look. An ant can carry 50 times its own weight. Okay. They hate it when you do this.
They're really mad now.
Where did you find this guy? Me? I thought you hired him. Like,
they both look and they're like, how is he on?
Oh, yes. Here we go. I'm sorry.
This is one of the reasons this thing is rated PG-13, I heard.
Get ready, flying poodles. Oh, no. Look at their faces.
Boom.
This is
Radio Shack. Remember Radio Shack?
I do, yeah.
They used to have everything.
They'd always ask for your phone number.
I watch her face. She's actually trying not to laugh because Weird Al's actually on set doing that.
I would imagine.
I can see it, yeah. Yeah, she's trying not to break. She's covering her face.
Oh, what's this? Happy Father's Day, Dad. He didn't get his Rolex. So here's where the conflict comes in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the big wigs with the big TV station, and this little fledgling UHF thing is stealing their ratings.
Yeah.
I really hate Kevin McCarthy's character. Take that ridiculous thing off. I love that. I imagine, too, they're getting ad revenue and they're able to increase the budget of the show. Sure. Is that what's going on here? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, more successful a show is, the more you can charge for ads.
Yeah, he's got a cool little car there. Was that finding the marble in the oatmeal? Okay.
Find the marble in the oatmeal.
I think that's what that was, yeah. We got a winner. Oh yeah.
A fire hose.
Oh God. Oh God.
He gave him a cowboy hat. It's the little details.
Oh no.
Oh my God. The kid looks like Mike TV from Willy Wonka.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
He does. Yes.
Oh, Paul Hernandez got the delivery for you. Let's see. 1 aardvark, 1 flamingo, 4 porcupines, 2 armadillos, and 3 badgers. Here we go.
Badgers.
Badgers? Need no stinking badgers.
Yeah.
That's from the Treasure of the Sierra Madre, right? That was
Right.
the line from that.
That's classic.
Oh, man. She's smiling. She likes the flowers. Just take him back.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Oh, that little neon sign.
Yeah, that's wow.
Oh, here we go.
That's my favorite.
Oh, I know where this is going. Yep. Conan the Librarian.
You know the Dewey Decimal System.
I like that gigantic claymore he's got.
Right.
These books are a little overdue.
Oh!
That I would have watched that show. I'm sorry.
Right?
Oh, I would too.
All he has to do is talk about watermelon, okay? And you're transfixed. You know what's funny? He's going the free toy inside, but when you're a kid, you're like free toy inside, you know?
Yeah.
And you're digging your hands into cereal, and it's always at the bottom of the bag.
Wonderful World of Phlegm.
Ew.
My favorite thing were the Garfield pencil toppers.
Wide World of Tractor Pulls.
Hey, Boomer, you mean you didn't take the bag out of the box, turn it upside down, and open up that end to get the prize out?
Yeah, that might have been clever. Okay.
But think about that. Remember Cracker Jacks?
Oh, yeah.
Always had the prize. How many people really liked Cracker Jacks? Where you had Crunch and Munch, which was basically better.
Like
Crunch and Munch was way, way better. Yeah.
I haven't seen Fiddle Faddle in a while. I wonder if that's still being sold. Now I want Crunch and Munch. You got that on my brain now. Thank you. Okay.
The guy who says he could swallow his own face. We're number 1. Say what?
Yeah, you know why you're number 1? You're giving the people what they want.
Yep.
What a clever concept. Okay.
Yeah, give them about 20, 30 years and then just start preaching at them.
Yes,
See how that works out for you.
This is just a straight up comedy. There's no messaging here.
Yeah.
Except maybe don't be a jerk, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
if you can be anything, be kind.
Yes. In a world where you can be anything, be kind.
Bowling for burgers. Look at that. Macintosh has his own store, has his own show. Practical Jokes and Bloopers. The cameraman's got his own show. Look at that. That's the thing. Everybody gets to have their own show. See?
Ew.
Yeah, if you actually listen, like when you watch that scene when he goes, "Be there," and like they leave the camera lingering on him too long, and he goes, he makes that little, and
Yep.
it's just,
It's perfect. It was perfect timing.
I can
in a
only
weird way.
imagine they whoever edited this movie must have been an expert because they had to. I'm sure there were jokes left on the cutting room floor that they didn't use.
Mhm.
This is like your nightmare boss.
And he does it so over the top. I love it.
I worked for a female version of this guy once.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I can believe it. Oh,
Everything you did was wrong. Didn't matter what it was.
The guy you threw out.
what is this? This Uncle Marty or whatever his name is, Uncle Louie. Doesn't everybody have like an Uncle Marty or an Uncle Louie or something like that, right?
I had several.
Who's this guy? This reminds me of like a guy out of the Maltese Falcon or something. Like,
Or Charlie from Charlie's Angels. You never got to see the
oh, that's
face.
right. Is it salami? Is that symbolic? What happened to him?
You know, though, if I did have to have a hand thing like that, it'd be nice to have like little interchangeable devices.
Right? Useful things.
That was the villain in the one Bruce Lee movie would do that. He had different things he could put on his hand. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's running. He's such a jerk. Okay.
Kind of hard to own something that wasn't for sale.
Well, he just called the guy that owned it and bought it.
I thought Weird Al owned it.
No.
No, he's just running.
He's just the manager. He was put in charge of it because I guess it was a favor to.
Yeah, he won it in the uncle won it in a card game.
Well, that sucks. Well, that was a good movie.
Oh, come on now. They'll figure it.
They'll find some way to save the day. Casey Scott said he hadn't heard of Crunching much in years. Same with Fiddle-Faddle.
Poppycock also.
Poppycock, yes, another one. God, you know what? I'm going to put that on my Instacart list this week.
They still sell Crunch a Munch. I've seen that in stores. I haven't seen Fiddle Faddle though in ages though. He what? Okay. All right. Well, if you can match the offer, right?
Yeah.
So this is cool. We got a clock now. They got to raise the money to save the station. I'd like to watch that guy's show, Secrets of the Universe. Huh?
Right?
Yeah.
Did anyone here ever own a Rolex?
No.
I did own a Foex.
I never understood everybody. That was the thing in the 80s. Everybody wanted a Rolex. It was like, oh, I have a Rolex. You know,
I don't understand. I mean, I've seen Rolexes. I don't get it.
I had a Swatch. Oh, go ahead.
I always liked your basic Timex.
Yeah.
Or Casio.
I had a Casio.
If it told time, that's all I needed it to do. I never used it for anything else. But I mean, if I had something on my wrist that was like $5,000, I would be scared to wear it.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of losing it, breaking it.
Yeah, I mean, if my watch is worth more than me, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Want some peanuts? Back when they would still give you peanuts on flights.
And then sell them to you for $10.
Man, I was not happy about that. I used to get a soda and a snack, and I would say, "Give me some peanuts and give me some ginger ale." Okay.
I remember flying down to Florida, first class when I was a kid, and they served you a meal.
What?
It was a full meal, like a tray with it had like turkey and all kinds of other stuff, and it had olives. I remember it was the first time I ever tried black olives.
That sounds fancy.
It was fancy.
I like green olives. Troy likes black olives.
I like all kinds of olives, except for like the oiled cured ones. Mine need to be brined.
Man, he's got a snarling face, Kevin McCarthy. It's Al Capone's glove compartment. No. He blew the little Satanism. Oh, no. He threw water in there. That's the thing. All the jokes in this are in good fun, but you couldn't get away with some of this
wonder
stuff.
what the little girl was there for.
This is like, what was it, Donahue or Geraldo, where they would get into fights on the set or something. Yeah, it's like... All right, Geraldo got punched in the face, right? Isn't that what happened? I remember that.
Right. Broke his nose.
He got hit. No, Geraldo got hit by a chair, broke his nose.
Okay. They had a wonderful they had a spoof series. I forgot what it was called. I think it was called Nightcap with Dirk Dietrich, and I forgot the guy they had it, but it's basically like a fake Donahue, a fake Geraldo type show, or Jerry. No, actually, no, it was based on Jerry Springer, but it was a spoof show, and they would play it on Saturday nights. It was funny.
I always remembered who's the guy who drew the swastika on his forehead?
Unless you got $75,000, he pulls out his wallet.
Charles Manson?
No, Morton Downey Jr.
Morton Downey Jr. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he had his show. He was always doing stuff like that.
I mean, he actually looks in his wallet. I mean, it's like, I'll do what I can.
The thing is, I have expected him to go, yeah, I got that. I can get it for you. Like it was just in his bank account or whatever.
I could see that in this kind of movie, that happening. That'd be like the last minute save, right? It's like...
Yeah. Now, if they were in a big city and they were like the #1 station, they'd get $75,000 in like 15 minutes.
Right.
It's like, I don't know if you guys ever watched the Jerry Lewis Telethon. My mom used to have us watch it every year.
Yeah.
And we would watch the money going up. It's like, I remember like the first year we watched it, they wanted to raise like $500,000. The next year it was $1 million. And then pretty soon it was like, $10 million.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember when that thing was like a huge event. They had people standing on the highways collecting money. And
yeah.
My sister used to get angry about that. It always interrupted the soaps.
So what's preventing him from just buying up all the stocks?
Well, I don't. Is it really?
Well, he's the one person they don't want to have buy it.
I know, but how can they
Is it?
prevent
Are you buying stock, or are you just buying a nice certificate? Okay.
I don't know. They referred to it as a stock certificate.
I
so-
don't
Yeah.
know. Is George going to win her back?
He's certainly trying.
Look, he's spraying water. It's like being on a soccer practice. Okay. Oh, he drank it down. He didn't spit it. Like he's the star of the network, though. Remember back in the old days, you'd have each channel. They'd have their top show. Remember that?
Yeah, like Casey Scott saying, "Chair to the face." We sure that ain't Springer or Hardcore Wrestling Show? No, it was Geraldo. I remember when it happened. Although Jerry Springer has all kinds of weird crap going on too.
So they promised him a pizza. I love how he's annoying them to no end, and the guy wants to kill him so badly. Okay, I don't know what that is. The dudes with the googly eyes. That guy.
Weird.
I found that weird. Yeah.
Oh, the Thing with Two Heads poster. Oh, the old timey light fixture,
Yeah.
just the hanging light bulb.
It's an orange.
Oh, something blue. Let me kill him, please. Let me kill him.
Like a blueberry.
Bonanza. He's getting. He's
It must, there must be something to having the mind of a child like that.
Yep. There is, trust me.
might make life more fun. Yeah. Don't you like Bonanza? Yeah, I know. Oh, I love the coffee drinking scene. He's just taking it right.
That's kind of impressive.
I think Robocop 2 came out around the same time, and I remember seeing a Robocop 2 like years later where they were doing a telethon to save the city, and yet another guy like doing the weird thing with the banjo and stuff. Oh, here we go.
Oh gosh.
That's actually the director.
That's funny. Oh, he punches him right through the gut.
Ah! Like Street Fighter.
Finish him.
Yes. Oh, here we go. Boom. Give me a steak, medium rare. I would see Gandhi too. I'm sorry.
Right?
I know these are all spoofs. I would watch Conan the Librarian.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Look. Don't spend it all in one place.
Is there like a rare coin or something?
I'm not going to say it'll come into play later. Okay. Such a jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, there's enough room for both of you. Oh, here we go. Like the mad scientist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's going to record the whole thing. This community means about as much to me as a festering bowl of dog snot or something like that. Yep. I remember hearing that as a kid. I'm like, it's not even, there's no cussing language in it.
Yeah.
But it's nasty. In fact, I don't know if there's even a lot of cussing in this movie. Think about it. It's
yeah, not really. No.
Even though it's edgy in its own way. Yeah, it's
because sometimes it's the cleaned up version that's actually much funnier.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, the best comics don't need to use language to be funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's the same actor who played Richie Aprile on The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a nice little stained glass.
He sees this. What does he say?
His mop.
His mop.
Oh no! He breaks right through. That mop actually belonged to him, though. Then they just took it from him. They thought it belonged to the station. That he just showed up with it. It's
lightsaber effects.
Well, like they're so passionate about that mop.
Oh! I did that to my finger once. I stapled my finger once. Okay.
Yeah, it hurts.
It is a bad kind of pain because it goes through layers of skin. Okay.
Yes, it does. Lasers are cool.
Lasers are cool. Mad scientists are cool too. When I was a kid in the 80s, I'm like, yeah, I want to be a mad scientist.
Yeah. I got the mad part down, no problem.
Yeah.
I used to have these mad scientist toys they used to sell in the 80s. Oh, they were the coolest things ever.
Oh God, what was the Real Genius?
Oh yeah,
that's a good one. I remember that. Val Kilmer, right?
Yeah, Val Kilmer. That's a good film.
That's the part with the popcorn. I remember that.
Yes.
My favorite line. I had a dream last night. Was it the one where you're standing on a mountain surrounded by half-naked women throwing pickles at you? No, just me.
Oh, that's funny. Are we going to get into my favorite? Yes, here we are. Oh, yes. Actually, yeah, when I was a kid, this was my favorite part. Okay. He really bulked up for this role.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry. Oh, Rambo. This is tearing Rambo apart right here. This whole scene.
So that guy must be a stormtrooper because he can't hit the broadside of a
Right,
barge.
exactly.
Yeah.
Kaboom!
Rambo, where he got to fight both the Soviets and the Viet Cong and
Yep.
take him out in one blow. That was, oh no.
Have you seen Critical Drinker's take on the last Rambo film?
He was not a fan. I didn't think I hated it as much as he did, but yeah, it was probably my least favorite of all of them. Yeah.
What I hate sometimes about Critical Drinker is he'll take a movie that I like and then he'll point things out I didn't notice, and I'll go, oh, yeah, he's actually right.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I was like, it wasn't so bad when I saw it, but I'm like, yeah, he's got a point. Oddly enough, that was supposed to be the fourth one, and then they ended up doing the one in Burma instead. So he had already had that thing planned out.
Yeah,
a while back. Actually, I always get
$20.
Actually, I always get the Rambo movies points. They always do continue kind of where the last one left off, just years later, like he's in the same spot or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, the guy at the booth for the helicopter ride. They originally were going to get Stallone to do it, and he actually was going to do it, but then there was a scheduling conflict.
Oh, that's too bad.
That would have been funny though if he had done that little cameo. Stallone has a sense of humor. In fact, people have argued that when Stallone did the First Blood sequel, Rambo First Blood Part 2, that it was kind of a winking at the audience thing, but people took it real seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Catch it in your teeth.
Including the jacket somehow.
Okay, yeah. And they chews it up and he blows them up with it. He has the Stallone snarl too. Look, I mean the
Weird Al is if you look at a lot of his videos, he is a chameleon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
It wasn't like he always has like the mustache and the hair. I mean, of course, I think he's got rid of the mustache in recent years, but like that's how you know it's him because he always had that particular mustache.
Oh, I love the helicopter has fuzzy dice.
Ah, look who's in the other copter.
Yep.
You have to admit you want to do that. Oh! Hollywood, yeah, please. Let's freeze.
Yeah, right.
Leave the Parthenon alone, but maybe okay. Oh, here we go. He got his courage up. I guess that's what he was doing. He's getting his courage up to go confront the bad guys. I'm your worst nightmare.
He does that perfectly.
Chris guns are scary. Okay.
Still got the staples.
I know.
Well, considering he was just firing the gun over his shoulder, those actually wouldn't have stuck in his face.
Yeah. Oh, he takes one off.
Say hello to my little friend.
Red. Hold on, I thought I heard something.
Supplies!
Hey, you know what? Supplies, funny. Do we like the Uncle Sam? And what is that in the background?
Creepy. Absolutely creepy.
How do they come up with all this stuff? Okay, I don't talk about picking ideas and throwing them at a wall. It's
I'm just
Holding
glad he
his-
got his mop back, you know?
Holding it high. His beloved mop.
they should do a Star Wars spoof hosted for this movie and have Stanley Sabowski holding the mop like a lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I wouldn't be surprised if there already is
leg,
one.
you know, like Leia.
Weird Al would be Han Solo, probably, right? And it'd be Stanley would be.
Ooh, getting some rain here.
Looks the potato of injustice right in the eye. What?
Sure, let's go with it. When the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor, yeah, he's in it. We'll just go with it.
I can't hear you. He's got earplugs in his ears. It's
I figured it was going to be something like that.
I come to speak to you one night on a matter.
Melissa Harris may have just come up with the next name for Weird Al's next movie. Super Weird Al.
You know, you could do a whole month marathon of just movies about television. UHF, Running Man, Network.
Right.
I'm trying to broadcast news, maybe. I don't know. It's just
Let me tell you what what he really means.
important message. What's the message?
Yeah, here we go. A festering bowl of dog snot.
He's got popcorn.
Yep. And he's smiling.
He's been hoisted by his own petard. That's what we used to call that back in the day.
Yes, but what exactly is a petard?
I
don't know.
That's a good question. That I don't know.
And do women have those as well as men?
I thought it was a common. I thought it was butt, but I could be wrong. I don't know what it means. That's a good
Troy's
question.
looking it up.
A small bomb made of a metal wooden box filled with powder used to blast down a door or to make a hole in a wall. A kind of firework that explodes with a sharp report.
Oh,
Okay, so that means you set off your own bomb by accident and blow yourself sky high. I don't
guess.
know. Okay.
It's from Hamlet.
Oh,
Literally means that a bomb maker is blown up by his own bomb.
okay. I like his shirt. It's a good Hawaiian shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, I like a good Hawaiian shirt.
Makes him look like Peter Brady.
Yeah. She's proud of him.
Aww.
It's Uncle Louie. Oh, Big Lou is the other guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that Liquid Television short with the Uncle Louie and
Our O-U-R.
Okay, this is the last minute.
I think that was an unintentional pun because it was save our station.
Huh?
Yeah.
oh, I want to punch this guy.
Yep.
B. Louie.
B.
Is that Big
Louie,
Louie?
yeah.
I grabbed that wire out of his hands and plug it back in because they weren't done.
Right.
He's so free. Hotbed of subversive activity. Yeah. They always say. Do you like to buy any of them shares? Look.
There you go. Mr. Big Louie.
75,000. It's all here. Look at this. You're missing out.
Sign it fast.
If you had given him the money when he asked you for it, you wouldn't be in this trouble. You had to make your stupid speech.
Yep.
And to be completely fair, he said, I need this money by this time. You didn't give it to him in that time, so...
Yeah, deal's off.
Yeah.
Oh. You've had your license revoked. There are a lot of cable channels that have a license revoked, I think, right? Okay.
Yep. This is
the FCC
brilliant.
can do that.
Yep.
The FCC is a very powerful corporation. A lot of people don't understand.
It was interesting. I had to when I was first starting college. My one comp class I had to do a report on a government agency. I picked the FCC for my report. He fell in the mud.
Billy Barty got his revenge.
Oops. Yeah, everything has a payoff in this movie.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that's the big takeaway from this. It's goofy, silly slapstick, but it is good writing.
Yep.
Oh, I love this. I must now return to my home planet, Zarkon, right?
Okay, well, have fun.
This was bizarre.
What? He's an alien. I almost put up the picture of him turning into the alien, but I decided not to. It's like,
Oh,
right in the stones.
Everything gets a payoff in this movie.
Yeah.
You go, Grandma.
Look at that. You get a statue. Trophy. That's nice.
That is nice.
Hey, everybody!
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Another payoff. You're the guy that gave me the 1955 double I Denver mint penny. Thing was worth a fortune.
A real neat watch.
Rolex. Now he's crying. He's crying.
Even the Rolex comes back. I love that. Nothing is.
Get nothing.
Hollywood needs to pay attention to writers like this.
Yes.
Aww.
Oh, here we go. This is a spoof of a problematic movie now, right?
We've already had a guy playing an Indian guy in brown face. We had the Klansman earlier on that got his head smashed.
Yes. Because tomorrow is another day. Rhett Butler. Oh, look at that.
Okay, that's not her real hair.
No, I get
Well,
it.
yeah, that isn't.
In fact, that wasn't even his real mustache, I don't think.
And you get a cool song at the end, the UHF song. Yep. I think there was a music video they made for the movie
I'm
too,
sure
right?
They did.
Yeah. In fact, did UHF just have a soundtrack? I wonder, of Weird Al songs.
They did release a soundtrack. It was like the soundtrack for the movie UHF and other stuff.
Gotcha. So it's the songs, the movie, and then other stuff he made.
It was a Weird Al album with some stuff from the movie.
Dr. Demento was the whipped cream eater.
Yeah,
I love Dr. Demento.
Dr. Demento was awesome.
Which is so appropriate for this movie that Dr. Demento had something to do with it.
Of course.
I used to listen to the Dr. Demento show every Saturday night.
Yep.
Okay.
I kind of wish he had done more movies, to be honest with you.
Weird Al,
stuff like this, like the airplane films, just those weird, wacky cornball kind of comedies.
Yeah.
Did Weird Al have a show like on MTV for a little while, like a weekly thing?
The Weird Al show.
Yeah, I remember that. And like he got this present from one of the fans and says, "Oh, what's this? It's a ball of wax." It says, "Oh, we all combined our earwax together and made a big ball out of it for you." And he's like, oh no! And the Weird Al special, if you can find the Weird Al special made for Showtime, that's not quite a movie, but it's almost there. They interview his parents about how his parents are just I don't know why we paid for college. Like they're all disappointed in him, and they're like crying like out of the disgrace her son's become, and it's just a funny thing. I got to say, this is one of those movies you can watch over and over and over again too. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. I got to mute for a second.
Okay.
I still can't get over supplies. Oh, there's another one. That's another thing that's problematic.
Everything, all the little, these jokes are harmless. I'm sorry. Okay. Less people want there's a group that doesn't have a sense of humor. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is,
I know.
It was a joke. They were in a supply closet.
Yes.
So
that's the whole joke. It's a funny movie. I like it a lot.
Done, and this movie, you can't do those jokes today.
Weird Al's muscle makeup.
It's funny. I was watching 48 Hours for the first time tonight before I watched this with you guys.
You've never seen before?
Never saw it. Somehow I missed that one. That movie could not
get.
Yeah, that movie could not get made today. Forget it. Okay, Nick Nolte, and there's a scene with a Confederate bar, and like Eddie Murphy's calling people names you can't call people these days. It's just it's that whole movie, and it's
Well, I mean, it's getting to the point where even some of your favorite movies that are mostly unoffensive, there's one line in it and you know they're going to want to take out, Men in Black. You'd just be raining black people. It's what the hell, right?
That'll be the next thing. Yeah. They'll go after Men in Black.
You watch. If you ever see it streaming, you watch when they take that scene out. It's going to happen, I promise you. That's why I say own physical media, people.
Everybody is so freaking offended by every little thing nowadays.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, back in the 80s, if someone called you, now if someone calls you the wrong the wrong pronoun.
Yeah.
It's like I need therapy. They called me a she. I want to, instead of a he, I want to be a he.
What happened to Sticks and Stones, People just need to toughen up a little bit.
They do, exactly. And the Greatest Generation was tough. This generation, I'd be afraid if we got into like a real slug out war because we'd
be under a different.
Well, don't worry about that. That'll never happen. We're giving away our country.
I want to use the word for cats.
Yep.
The other word for female genitalia, because that seems to be what everybody wants to be nowadays. It's insane. If you want to watch something funny, watch there's a lot of people like different channels that have the Karens, like the crazy Karen people, and then you get the sovereign patriot people. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Just see how some of these people be fake and how cops just deal with them. It's so funny sometimes. I mean, you can. It's pretty funny.
I one of the YouTubers I follow is I think he's Mike the Cop or something like that, and he basically talks about there's some things that cops do wrong and it gives us all a bad name, but there's ways you got to interact with cops and you just got to get your head on straight. And he is really brutal on these whole sovereign citizen things. He's you people are just perfect examples of a little knowledge is dangerous, you know?
And it's such little, and like I said, it's so compartmentalized. They don't realize it's like, yes, you do need a driver's license.
Yeah.
You do need car registration and tags.
Yeah.
And
don't
insurance.
Talk to me about the Articles of Confederation because a few years later they signed something called the Declaration of Independence, and then they did the Constitution. Okay, those kind of supersede all that stuff.
And it's like funny when it's like I'm a traveler. I'm not a driver. I'm a traveler. I travel through life.
Here's something funny. My sister's trying to buy a house, and she was talking to me in a chat about how the seller is a real Karen. And I'm like, I didn't say this to her, but I was thinking, you mean like you?
Yeah, exactly.
My sister is like the biggest Karen I know.
Yeah,
she was a Karen before Karen became a thing.
Yeah, they've always been around, but they're just more. They're growing and they're louder and more obnoxious.
But it's really because people are afraid to speak up for themselves. They need to turn around and say, "Oh, you think I'm an Islamophobe? Fine, fuck you. I don't care what you think about what I am."
Yeah, I've seen a few videos like that. They're funny. There's this one woman who was like just yelling and throwing things in a Walmart. Just having a fit. I don't even know why. Throwing things at people, just upset, and a security guard tackles her because she's throwing stuff at people.
Right.
And he started, "Don't cuff me. I'll leave if you let me go. I'll leave if you let me go." I'm like,
it's a little late for that now.
Yeah, a little late. You've been throwing stuff at people. But anyway, you know what? Back to the fun stuff. Well, that was UHF.
Oh, I want to mention something. I have the DVD here.
Sure.
The DVD, the menus all have Weird Al walking around on them, like he's putting up the play sign and the audio sign and stuff.
Gosh.
He doesn't have the mustache, but I guess for whatever reason he didn't have the mustache anymore. But he has the long hair, and he's actually in the menus. It's walking around.
Oh,
and so
that's
it's
hysterical.
It's funny.
There's supposed to be one where he pops up just before Stanley gets kidnapped and tries to warn him.
Oh,
He's about to get kidnapped. It's like he's on. I don't know exactly how it's. If you go to IMDb and kind of read it, kind of tells you, or was it Wikipedia that had it? I forget.
oh.
But yeah, just great film. You know what? The first of our April foolishness. And speaking of April foolishness, the next entry in 2 weeks, and yes, hopefully by then Daniel Heron will have his phone fixed. Our phone issue done. He'll be able to join us. Age of Boomer, you're coming back for The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd.
Yes,
Yes,
I like that movie.
Great film. Be the second in the April Foolishness rewatches for this month. I was looking for some pictures during the thumbnail, and I was trying to find a good one of the bear bouncing on the door, but I think I might go with John Candy getting ready to eat the old 96er with the big steak. But I still might change my mind. We'll see what happens.
Oh, this is so.
What's next week, Netter?
That will be Addams Family.
The Addams Family, the original
first one,
Addams Family. Yeah, awesome. Raul Julia and Angelica Houston.
And Boomer, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to.
All right, I'll let you know. I mean, I'll let you know.
Don't feel obligated. I know that you're like
well,
me.
I do family stuff on Saturday nights, but I'll definitely come for the Great Outdoors. But no, keep the invites open though. I do like coming to these, definitely.
Yeah, and like I said, I do plan to do Close Encounters sooner than later, sometime this summer. You're definitely invited for. I mean, anything that sounds good to you. You want to join us, you're welcome. So, I don't have any problem with that. But like I said, next week we have on Netters Network's going to be the Addams Family. Tomorrow night, Geeky Geezers. Got stuff planned
tomorrow? Yet? Well, first tomorrow morning, I'm going to be on with Matthew Flynn. We're going to be talking about the Star Wars prequels. I really, really recommend if you guys get a chance to listen to us live. That's 9 o'clock Central Time, 9 a.m. Central Time. If you guys get up that early, and then tomorrow 8 p.m. Central Time. That's 9 o'clock for you guys on the right coast. There is Geeky Geezers.
Awesome. Any topics that you know?
No,
right now,
no topics at all. No.
Just gonna hum it.
Just wondering if you had a pre.
No, we actually have had 2 weeks of topics to get to, and we even talked about one that came in last minute after we started finalizing the show. Last night we were talking about. I've forgotten. I've drunk since then. What did we talk about, Boomer?
We talked a little bit about Indiana Jones 5. I don't know if
right. The news about Indiana Jones 5.
Well, with Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah. So basically, Lucasfilm is done. She's found a way to destroy everything Lucasfilm related. Congratulations on your completeness, Kathleen.
And of course, the new Star Trek news that's been
out. And,
a lot of stuff out there to talk about. I'm sure.
I'm going to actually have more to say about Axanar than I am about a new movie because, again, I'm looking at that going, just like the two other Star Trek 4s that we were told were coming and never came, and the Section 31 show that they've been talking about over and over again, that's not happening, and the Quentin Tarantino Star Wars or Star Trek film that's also not happening. So
did you see the new Axanar little snippet?
I will be talking about that tomorrow.
That was great. I mean, the Artemis was the other one.
Exactly. This one was called Interlude, and it's actually not done by Axanar Studios. It's done by another fan group, and it's kind of how they can get around the whole, limitation, because you're only allowed to do like 15 minutes or whatever. And
I tell you that Interlude is better than anything Discovery's done in 4 years.
Exactly. And
fantastic.
Put that up next to Prelude to Axanar and look at it. You look at that and you go, that's what Discovery should have been and never was.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, really good. Also, of course, remember this week, Sound Engraver Monday night around about 9:30. Tuesday night, the professor and I will be getting to the first 5 chapters of The Last Battle. Narnia is almost done. Oh God, getting close to the end of Narnia. Wednesday, I guess if Daniel Herron has a phone by then, you're going to be doing The Shadow, I think.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, and I think Leia Plus Size was going to be joining us for that. So,
awesome.
Okay,
Awesome. Thursday night, we're finishing up Red Harvest, the Star Wars, latest, the Star Wars novel we've been reading, and not sure what's going on Friday night with Fayman Tonight. Stay tuned. We'll figure that out. Of course,
Troy's drunk stream.
yeah.
Troy's
Well,
drunk stream.
A little less drunk this week than last week. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm letting him have a half a glass of Jameson.
Actually, it
lots
won't,
of ice.
no. I'm taking a break from Jameson. I think I'm going to have after tonight's stream. I'm looking at a blueberry daiquiri.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, just like I said, there's lots of stuff going on. Just it's starting to be just too much to like start, to list every time you do it.
That's why you need to hit the subscribe buttons, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any of your favorite streamers.
Yes, hit the bell, hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed, hit the like button, please. If you haven't, tell your friends, tell your enemies to come and check out our YouTube channels. And like I said, we've got the Professor Geek group on Facebook. We've got the YouTuber group on Facebook.
Drop a link to that. So if anyone's got something they want to drop in there, they can.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's stuff like that on MeWe yet, but I know people are like sort of hanging out on MeWe a little bit.
Yeah.
Still on Facebook though. I just can't. I don't know.
Okay, I'm about to drop the link to the YouTube Facebook group. So if you've got a channel, stick it in there. Yeah, we want to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yep. Join everybody. Like I said, I actually dropped a video a week ago, which was something that I hadn't done in a long time. My review of Godzilla versus Kong, which I loved, of course. So hope everyone had a great time. Like I said, join us on Netters Network next week for Adam's Family, and the week after that on my channel again will be The Great Outdoors. So any final words?
I just want to say what I always say. I appreciate all you guys being here, because without you, we wouldn't have a channel. It would just be us talking to ourselves.
Which we would probably do anyway, but
And I would just implore everybody, treat people online the way you would treat them in person.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and if you
some people that might not be a great thing for some people. Just joking.
I'm picking my battles one at a time. Let's go for genuineness first, then we'll deal with that.
Just 2 words: be nice.
Yep.
Laugh hard. Be nice.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on.
Yes, thank you, Age Boomer. Thank you again, Nanette, and thank you, Troy, and everybody. Please have a wonderful Sunday and a week to come. Stay safe. And no, I can't say stay super. That's the Fan Man's line. So, take care, everybody. Bye.
Night.
Bye-bye.